Welcome to the Better Beers Podcast, episode 12. Brandon, Alex, and Earl back at it again, back from hiatus. We missed a couple of weeks here, but don't worry, we've been drinking while we're gone, so we always got that going on. But some life events got in the way. We didn't make it on a couple episodes, but we're back. We're getting back in the groove of things. Say hi, guys. What's going on?
Hey.
Hey. Alex sounded more excited there. So, Alex, you're up in the mountains, it looks like there.
Yeah, it's nice and chilly here. You know, got my fire going in the background. A bunch of empty chairs though, so maybe someday we'll all get together and do a podcast around the fire.
Hey,
pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, just you're partying by yourself, but just have either Jim, Johnny, Jack, Jameson. They'll party with you.
Oh, they're already here.
Yeah,
and they're already here.
You don't need a fire; they'll keep you warm. Yeah.
How do you think I got that fire started?
Yeah.
Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what's going on, guys? You did anything fun this weekend? Any plans, anything? What you guys do?
Not this weekend. Last weekend we went and did the whole axe throwing thing. That was fun, actually. I know that's going to be a thing a lot of places, so that was fun. Went with some friends.
That was your? I can't remember. Was that your first time you went?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. That's awesome. Yeah. So the axe throwing place that we talked about this that is near us called Bury the Hatchet. It's BYOB, so we can bring our own drinks. But
they had a bar at mine.
Yeah, a bar at yours.
They had a bar at mine. Yep, and craft beer too. How about that?
Yeah, you never would think throwing axes and drinking should go together, but screw it.
Now there is a coach there, so I guess that you don't kill yourself or anyone else, but
or just keeping the liability from them.
Have you tried it out?
The axe throwing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I went. Remember, we went up to up around your place. The indoor go-kart track.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, that one's not bring your own beer.
Remember that one night?
No,
we started throwing stuff and it stuck.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was fun. But
I was keeping score. I don't know about you.
Yeah. So that one's inside of a go-kart place. It's like the high-speed go-karts.
Yeah.
Like super fast. So there's no way they're having bring your own beer or serving drinks there because drinking and driving and. You already wreck enough on those things as it is.
No, you literally put those like fire retardant hoods around your head so that, if you get severely injured and your cart bursts into flames, you don't burn your face off, I guess. I don't know. It felt pretty cool.
Cool. I finally got a car.
Hey!
Really? Got a car today, yeah.
Awesome. Nice.
What'd you get? For a car. I got a 2008 Saab 9.3.
A Saab, nice.
Yeah, little sporty car. Ow, shit. Oh, okay. Anyway, my bad. Yeah. So super reliable. Like I test drove one like 3 weeks ago at a dealership, and I loved it. I love the actual car, but that one had a weird rattling sound, a lot of rust going on underneath. So I passed on that. But I saw one pop up literally this morning. It was a new listing, so I checked it out. Great shape, love it. So I was like instant buy. So finally got a car. I can get Mike's car back to him, the old man car, the drug dealer car, and got a normal car now. So that's
hey, don't knock it, man. That's what got you to work.
Yeah.
Oh no, dude, it definitely got me to work, and I definitely owe Mike for that. I got a car. A little update on my dating life. I met a girl on Hinge, one of the dating apps, and we're hitting it off really well. We both decided, really well, actually. Like her a lot, and we both decided to disable the dating apps and see where it progresses. So that's good. A lot of good things going on my end.
Okay.
So thanks guys. All right, let's feature our beers. We always start out with that.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I'm talking already. I'll be doing 2 beers tonight. One's an IPA like usual, but the other one's actually an ale made with cinnamon. And this, when I saw this at the beer store, I was telling Earl before, Alex, it reminded me of the one he had that was like pancake. It tastes like pancakes and syrup or whatever. But it's called French Toast Bites.
Oh.
So it's an ale made with cinnamon, 6%. Pretty much tastes. It tastes like French toast a little bit, but you really just taste the cinnamon a lot. It's really good, but it reminds me more of it leans more towards like a pumpkin beer to me, like the ones where it's just like the spices.
Oh yeah,
like allspice and nutmeg and cinnamon. Yeah.
Pumpkin beers are funny because they'll either lean more pumpkin or more pumpkin spice. It's hard to find one that goes right down the middle.
Right. So this one's actually very local. It's Doylestown. It's like 15 minutes from me.
Nice.
It's actually that's where I got my car. Like it's right there. So it's supporting local craft breweries. And the other one I'll be opening up later is a hazy IPA, cool label. It's by 50/50 Brewing Company, which
50/50.
50/50. I'm not sure where. Let's see. California. So this is not local, but it's probably obviously a good little small craft brewery over there. But it's called Space Dog Hazy IPA.
I think I've heard of that one. I feel like I heard of that one. I don't know. It sounds familiar.
It's actually really good. I had one last night. I brought a couple. I was at a buddy's house before this. I had one over there. I gave one to Bob, and it's actually really, really good. Hey, look, I picked 2 beers too that go with the green screen, so that's cool.
Nice. How about
that? You can actually see it, but at 6.5%. Again, really good. So that's the 2 I'll be drinking tonight. All right, well, Alex, you next. What are you drinking?
Well, so I've featured this beer on here before. However, this is the Dogfish Head 90 Minute, and which I believe was one of our first episodes, right? We all had a Dogfish Head beer.
No, just you and Brandon did.
Yeah, we had the same one, remember? I mean,
yes.
We were best friends.
Yeah, that's right.
This is why we're best friends.
That's right.
Yep. Well, Dogfish Head came out with a new and improved label. It's one of the things that I always really appreciate from craft breweries and microbreweries is, they play around with, the label and everything. I know there was there's another brewery. I think it may have been Stone Brewing Company. They basically had a competition on who could do the best art, and whoever won that competition was going to be the art on their new cans. So just another way that, the craft breweries are really promoting other things within the community, including local artists.
That's 90 Minutes third label.
Yeah,
that I know of. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah,
they've had at least three different.
No, I like that too.
And it's a staple beer. It's always good to have around.
I feel like I've had a 90 minute recently. I was thinking about. I feel like they changed the recipe a little bit. I could be wrong. Maybe the one I had was on the shelf for a while, or maybe my taste changed a little bit. But I feel like they've changed the recipe a little bit. Like it's a lot more malt forward than it was, or I don't know. I had one recently. I got to thinking about it. It's like it's just not the same that I remember.
I like pretty good to me.
No, it's still good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sure that they tweak the recipes periodically too. So
I like 90 minute because it's like right in the middle. Like the 60 minutes good, but you get the extra boost with 9% for the 90 minute, but not quite as strong as the 120. You can still drink a few and not feel like, you know what I mean? Like not get a massive hangover like the 120.
But it's very full body too. Like I mean, it's like you feel like you got a real drink. That you're drinking. It fills you up a little bit.
Feel like a man.
Right. I like to chew my beer.
Yeah. All right, Earl, what are you drinking tonight?
I have Hop Slam from Bell's.
Ooh, Bell's. I like Bell's.
Yeah, Bell's. Of course, Bell's. My favorite Bell's is Two Hearted, which is fantastic. But this is Hop Slam. This is a double IPA. This would kill your green screen right now if you had one. But 10. What was it? It's 10%. Yeah, 10% even. It doesn't give IBUs, which I'd be interested to find out what that is. But it actually is made. Of course, it's heavily hopped and it's made with honey as well, which is probably what got the ABV pretty high up there. But Hops is a great brewery out of Michigan. Hops. Bell's.
Yeah, Hops is a really good brewery. Yeah,
Hops is a great brewery. There's probably a brewery called Hops.
It could
but
be.
No, yeah, Bell's great brewery out of Michigan. It's actually interesting. I was looking up something about Bell's. I think it's Larry Bell. He went to college in Michigan, Kalamazoo, and back in 1970, and then he went to work at a bakery. And at a bakery, he started learning about yeast and what yeast does to bread. And he started getting interested in home brewing. And he opened up the first home brewing shop in that town. I think it was like in 83. And then he brewed his first commercial batch in 85, starting Bell's Brewing Company. And it just went on from there. So it's really cool. It's just interesting that he got into beer making by working at a bakery. It's all the same process. So yeah, I thought that was neat.
I mean, isn't that kind of how they discovered beer from yeast?
Yeah, of course, they didn't know what yeast was. They didn't know that was an ingredient, but they would actually put bread into the mash that they were letting sit out to ferment. Sometimes they would put bread. Sometimes they just let it sit out and they would naturally ferment from yeast in the air and bugs and all that other stuff carrying yeast in there. But bread was actually thrown into pots. They didn't know what it was happening, but they knew something was happening that was coming from that bread. So
I kind of want to go back in time to like the first time that they figured that out and drank it, and like, oh, this makes you feel good. Let's keep doing this. You know what I mean? Like, that
I want
first,
to
like,
bring.
drunk
I want to
feeling.
bring it like a whole case of beer from our time back then that would just
Yeah.
blow their mind.
Oh, but that would totally blow their mind.
No, they're probably saying it tastes like crap though, because they didn't use hops back then. Hops
Yeah, but
changed it completely.
true. Imagine bringing back like a 12% beer or something like super strong, dude. That would-
Probably get burned at the stake for witchcraft.
Right.
You're right. That would happen. That probably would happen. And then imagine bringing back like some of the bourbons or that kind of stuff. Like
Oh,
some of the
yeah.
whiskey. Like, oh
Yeah,
my
no
god,
kidding.
it would be witchcraft. You're right. That's good. There'd be potions, like
Did you know that
Right.
actually they because you hear about wine in the Bible a lot and how far back wine goes. Beer actually goes back even farther, and there's actually a lot of anthropologists, of course, it's debated because they don't know. Nobody wrote down this is when beer started, but they debated that when man went from a hunting gathering type of mentality to a cultivating and establishing settlements, they did that because they were establishing their settlements around their barley fields. That's something I read. I thought that was interesting. It's like beer definitely I don't know, shaped humanity in a way. At least it had a role to play.
This is one of the reasons why we love having Earl in here. He's full of this historical facts. I love it.
Right?
All right, sweet. So we got some good beer tonight. That's awesome. Hey, before we move on, we'll do a little shout out to our buddy Chris. Just had a baby girl named Chloe. She's beautiful, and I'm sure he's struggling. I mean, you guys know because you guys have kids. I'm sure he's struggling with his newborn. But
Not getting much sleep, I'm sure.
not much sleep. He put that picture on Facebook of them both passed out. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Picture.
that was good.
Yeah. No, but
Well, that's a stress and a sleepless nights that you don't mind too. So
Mhm.
yeah.
That's a whole different type of sleep too. I mean, you could get 5 minutes, just 5 minutes of good sleep, and you
brand new
feel
man.
like a brand new man.
Yeah.
for at least 30 minutes, and then it kicks in again.
Right. It's like
Like
this.
it's like
that
an
would have never
adrenaline
worked.
boost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be
Get
there
your
one day.
second wind, third wind, fourth wind,
Yeah. That's funny. All right, cool.
seventh
So,
Red Bull.
did you drink a lot of Red Bull and Monsters and stuff when you had your first? When you had Alex?
I mean, I drink a lot of Red Bull and Monsters anyway,
Even
so
now?
I
Yeah.
couldn't really tell the difference between then and now. But
They were
I did lose
yeah.
track of the days and of the time. As far as like whether it was still night or whether it was morning.
Well, you just don't care after a while because you're not going to work. All you're doing is you're going.
Yeah.
Your day revolves around the baby's feeding schedule and sleeping schedule. So
Yep.
Gotcha. All right, so tonight we are going to do some Would You Rather like we usually do, but this time we're going to change it up. I found a Would You Rather generator, so it's going to generate some random Would You Rather questions, and we're going to just spitball up those with some random questions again from our other random question generator, and we're doing another draft tonight. And the draft tonight is going to be 90s cartoons. So we're all kind of like that. That was kind of our errors.
that's
So
right, error. Yeah.
the right error, and it's the best. I think it's the best error. Like, granted, I'm like our parents would say something different, but the cartoons nowadays, I don't think even compare. Granted,
No.
maybe that makes us sound old because that's what our parents would say too, right? Like, TV was so much better back in our day.
Back in my day.
I just think the '90s had some really good cartoons on all the different networks. You know what I mean? Like,
They did, and it's funny if you watch some of the '90s cartoons and just really listen to some of the stuff that they talk about, or just some of the I guess screenwriting that took place back then. They were a lot less politically correct then than they are now.
There wasn't a thing. They didn't know what that meant. That wasn't
Right.
a thing. So it's because
Right.
people didn't get their feelings hurt so darn easy.
people
So.
were
Like
less,
watching, I was like, "Oh my god, he can't!" Oh well, I guess he could say that back
Then
then. Not anymore.
yeah, not
Well-
anymore. That's for sure. Cool. So we got that going on. Now, before we move on, I want to tease a little something. So it's an idea that I have for us to do next week. I was at a friend's house before this, and remember how we talked about before how we want to incorporate like trying different, crazy things like
Right.
spicy stuff or like disgusting stuff, whatever. Like we want to do something like that.
I'm a
Yeah,
little
Like
worried.
different taste stuff. No, this really sounds interesting. So this is a company called Jelly Belly. Not sure you
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about. You're going to do the game.
Oh yeah, being boozled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that before. That's fun.
Yeah. So if you guys want to order that this week, maybe, and then she gave this to me, I said that'd be a great idea because it got different flavors on here, like boogers, stink bugs,
Right.
all that kind of stuff. I've never tried any of these, so it'd be definitely.
Did you play the game yet?
No, it's like I just saw it, and
We'll have to come up with our own way of playing it like remotely, but because it's like you spin and or you get like two beans that look exactly the same color, and then one of them's gonna be the bad one of them's gonna be the good one, and you don't know who's getting what. So we'll figure out a way to really have fun with it. That sounds like a good idea. I like it.
Okay, we'll
Brandon, with you as a Harry Potter fan, I'm surprised you never had those because they have a whole line of Harry Potter ones.
I know, right?
They do.
I'm surprised. I know. Well, I believe it, and I'm surprised I haven't either. Yeah, for sure.
Nerd.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
I had to.
Don't insult nerds like that.
Hey, we're about to talk about 90s cartoons, so our nerd flags are going to fly pretty high tonight.
Yeah, it's funny that the other night, this girl I'm dating came over, and she came over like in comfy clothes, sweatpants or whatever, and I was wearing jeans. She goes she's like, I felt out of place. Like, I'm wearing comfy clothes and you're not. I said, well, I don't really have like very many sweatpants, but I wear my pajamas, and they're Harry Potter pajamas. They're Gryffindor pajamas. So I put those on. Like, that's how much of a nerd I am. That's why I wear Harry Potter pajamas. Gryffindor.
Yeah,
but
that's all right. Next time she'll come over dressed up as Hermione or
she's not too big into Harry Potter. I'm the nerd when it comes to that, but she accepts it, so it's okay.
Say she's like, oh,
she's gonna have to.
If she says she wants to play a Quidditch match, you better catch that golden snitch.
Oh my god.
Sorry, too far.
Oh, there's a lot of references.
I was gonna say I had one I was thinking about. I was like, nope,
magic wand.
Not saying it.
There's about the wands. Like, there's a lot you can say about that.
Yeah. Yep, I immediately came up with one. I was like, nope, that's not so. No,
come on, you gotta say it. No, drink up, Earl. Drink up.
Hey, mine was perfectly clean. You can take it however way you want to take
That's
it,
true.
but
mine's 100% Freudian. So.
Hey, again, stop using big words around me. Haven't we learned this? What's that even mean? Vulgar, like very dirty. I don't know. Is that the first time you tried that beer, Earl? Like your first time trying it?
Okay, so when we last planned to do an episode, I actually had a whole growler of it, and that growler's gone. And I've since went back and got a 6-pack of it.
Gotcha. Well, that means
not my first time, but it was definitely worth going and get a 6-pack for. Like I said, it's I don't know if you can tell, it's pretty hazy. Double
like
IPA and 10%. Yeah, that growler kicked my butt.
Did you put that on Untapped? Or no?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I was
feel like I've had it before in the past.
I was curious on what you would rate it.
It's at least 4.5.
Ooh, that's good then.
I mean, I've had better double IPAs, but it's definitely good.
I can't help but look at Alex and it's just, I don't know, he just looks like a rapper. Like, I know you're on the coal, you're out in the mountains and stuff, but he's got Slim Shady up in here.
Yeah.
There's a nice reference right there.
All right, so pause the video right here. I think I know what's causing it.
We'll keep this part, so for everyone watching, obviously for you guys, you won't see the in between, but we paused it. We kind of paused the video real quick so Alex can fix his lighting issue and green screen issue. So it looks a lot better now.
Yeah, now I really am in the mountains. I swear.
Now you are in the mountains. In the mountains for sure.
Yeah. I even got that's my blazing fire behind me,
frozen in time.
Yeah.
Microphone stands attached to a tree, right?
Yeah,
that's his superpower for tonight. He can freeze time.
Speaking of which, you guys watched that show Heroes when it was out?
Oh yeah,
I watched the first
two
season of it.
2 seasons? It didn't last.
No, it was like 4 or 5 seasons.
It was like 4 or 5 seasons, and then it stopped for a long time, and they brought it back for one short season.
They tried,
and it was like obviously not the same, but
right.
I still watched it because I love anything like.
I mean, I thought it was just so unique at the time. It was something different, and it was right as the superhero phase was coming out into the market. It was a really smart release, and it was really well done, to be honest.
Some of the actors were really good, but like some of them were miscast. Like the one guy, like the one main guy with like the lip issue, like it was always like, you know what I mean? He was a very bad actor. I don't know. I'm just saying. I haven't seen him.
Well, hey, I would not talk too poorly about that actor because he's also the one that plays the dad in This Is Us.
Oh, I know.
You're gonna lose a lot of followers if you.
I've seen him. I've seen him in This Is Us. He's great. I love him in that role. He's really good in that role. But just in the hero's role, he wasn't that good. But
yeah.
No, like This Is Us. Don't unsubscribe. Subscribe.
Well, that girl that did that, who played the that indestructible girl or whatever, that like she couldn't die.
Yeah.
She went on to star in that show Nashville. My wife
Yeah.
watches that a lot. She's actually a really talented singer. I don't know if you ever seen her sing.
No.
She's incredibly talented, and I guess that's kind of what helped her get on that show. But my wife watches that show Nashville, and that's every time I see her, I always think of Heroes. But just because that's the first place I saw her.
Yeah.
But she's she's doing
Save
really
the
good.
cheerleader, save the world.
Right.
All right. So before we get to our would you rather questions, I'm flying solo tonight, I guess, but it's all right. I just want to show. I think it was last episode or a couple episodes I talked about the Terramina tequila, the rocks
Mhm.
tequila. I got it. Super good. Let me do a quick shot. Straight out of the bottle. Look, I'm never gonna get rock bottom in real life, so it's the closest thing I'm gonna get to being rock bottom. So like I talked about last time. Anyway, so let's generate our first would you rather question. All right. Would you rather lose your sense of taste or lose your sense of smell? You had to choose one. That's tough because
This isn't like a COVID-related question,
Right.
no, just general. It just so happens.
I choose to
Can we
read
find that
out.
on the CDC website?
Yeah.
Right. That's funny.
This is the government trying to probe to find out what
Right?
our answers and stuff. But
I mean, I guess I'd have to go with smell because as long as you can still taste, I don't know though.
well, I was
your
gonna
sense-
say, isn't your taste a lot of it is from your sense of smell, right?
Well, they go hand in hand. It helps. It helps. Like I don't know, like when you're smelling like I don't know a really nice whiskey or wine or something like that. It helps to actually open your mouth when you're breathing in because it helps fill your sinuses. So it does. They coalesce a little bit, but that whole hold your nose and you won't taste the thing. It's just you try that with something that's just horrible tasting and tell me how it works out for you.
Yeah.
It helps a little bit, but not that much.
Well, yeah. I think I would choose. What'd you say?
I said smell just because I love to eat. I love the
Yeah, yeah.
bitter, and it's just I'd be missing a whole lot. But you also have to think about this: your sense of smell. Imagine there's a gas leak at your house, or something. There's actually a good defense mechanism within your sense of smell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, or someone's trying to poison your drink.
Yeah, well, that's
Something
true. So there's a good point in that. Like, I was thinking the pros of not having smell. If someone has a really nasty fart.
Well, yeah.
You're not smelling that, so that's good. I mean, any bad smells in general, you're not smelling it. But I would definitely rather have my taste because I wouldn't want to see like just everything you're eating just tastes bland. Well, I guess it don't taste like anything because you have no sense of taste. But
You win every hot wing eating contest though.
You would.
Yeah,
That's true.
heartburn like a.
I could finally. Oh yeah, I would have heartburn. But I could finally eat spicy stuff without crying like a baby.
No, you'd end up with a stomach ulcer because you don't realize what you're eating. It's really going to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would end up screwing me. What's your pick, Alex?
I'd have to go without taste and stay with smell. And I'm going to keep it drinking related. Earlier today, I tried Monkey Shoulder for the first time. It is a blended Scotch whiskey. And it smelled like straight maple syrup. I mean, it smelled so good.
Yeah.
But it did not taste like maple syrup at all. And I'm just I don't discriminate. I try my best to find good things about all different alcoholic drinks that I try. I'm not a Scotch drinker. Not yet.
Not yet.
I haven't gotten myself to that point yet. Then again, I haven't tried a ton of different scotches either.
Yeah.
So I've always heard of Monkey Shoulder is like a good introductory one too. So
it is.
It would. You know what? It would be because I would say I poured, I don't know, like a finger, of Monkey Shoulder into a small glass. I didn't put any ice in it or anything like that, and I just sipped it and sniffed it, and it was a regular glass. It wasn't like a sniffer glass or anything, but and I don't know. I could say I didn't pour it over an ice cube or anything like that, so it would probably change a lot if I did that.
I mean, just like anything, it's an acquired taste, but because you love regular whiskey and bourbon and all that kind of stuff, I feel like once you acquire it, you'll come to like it.
I probably would.
Like when I first drank Scotch, I was the same way. Like it's just so different. Like I wasn't a big fan of it, but once I acquired that taste, man, I love Scotch now, and I actually love that mossy, like smoky flavor to it.
Yeah.
I think sorry, go ahead.
Typically I do like smoky flavor,
Yeah.
bourbons and everything like that. So I can imagine that I would start getting into scotches. But the bourbon that I had right before that was Four Roses. So I had the
kind of like spicier and
yeah. So I had like the Four Roses, and I poured a lot of Four Roses. I didn't mean to pour that much, but I drank all of that, and then I didn't eat anything or cleanse my palate or anything, and I went right over to the monkey shoulder. So maybe that had a little something to do with it too.
What's interesting about trying new things is because you've not drank too many scotches. You've had a lot of bourbons and whiskeys and other things. So I don't know. I think about the first time you drank like craft beer, like a really hoppy beer.
Yeah.
I had to force myself to drink it. I really did.
And it's not just about liking it now, because you could drink one beer now and then 10 years from now, if you drank a couple hundred, drink the same one and it tastes different. Because it's a whole brain chemistry thing. Yeah. That's why a lot of people who only drink, I'm not going to say brand names, all the light lagers out there that make you pee a lot and that are all over the commercials and TV and, filling the shelves up. You give them an IPA or even just a basic ale, and they're like, "Oh, that's horrible. What you call that beer?" It's because their understanding of what beer is so far off of what beer really is or what it's traditionally been. So they're expecting to taste beer when they drink this, and no, you're not going to taste what you believe to be beer. So you actually have to almost rewire your brain to be more open to the different flavors and things like that.
That's actually that's a really good point. And I know when it was for me, but do you guys each remember like the point where you transitioned from, the Bud Lights, the Beast, the Keystone to actual like craft beer and started having a much better appreciation for it and preferred the craft beer over something like that?
Yeah, when I got a job and I had money,
I can't remember the exact moment, but it was around the time I was probably about 22, 23, but it was so I don't know if I said the story on the podcast before. I think I did. The first time I had 120 minute, I was with Mike. And
120?
Yeah. So if I didn't, so I might repeat this for the people watching. I'm sorry if I do, but the very first time I had 120 is around the same time I just got into craft beer too. I started with 60 minute. That was like my first. I do remember that was my first kind of craft beer. I started with first IPA, all that kind of stuff. The first time I had 120 I was with Mike, his cousin Dave. We went down to I don't remember if it was his cousin's beach house or his mom's beach house or whatever down in Ocean City. And on the way down, we saw a 120 minute in the cooler in one of the beer stores we went to, and we didn't even know like there was a 120 minute. So we saw it like, oh, okay, let's get it, let's try it. Not knowing how strong it is, not knowing how much. There you go.
What did you say when you saw the price?
We bought it anyway because we wanted to try it because like it was whatever. So we're like, oh, dog makes it 120 minutes. So we bought that. We went to a shore house. It's about like noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going out to Secrets later. You guys know Secret. Oh, well, Alex knows Secrets. That was the plan for later. So we're playing beer pong, and at this point we're just getting in the craft beer. Really, all we're drinking is light beer up to this point. Just get drunk. So we're drinking this 120 minute like it's Bud Lights. It's good, and we're just pounding these. Like we finished this 4-pack each within like an hour, a half hour to an hour. Dude, by like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, we are passed out on the couch. I mean, we are wasted. We're done. We wake up 2 hours later, go to Secrets, massive hangover. I've never gotten so drunk so quick and transitioned to a hangover in such a short amount of time. Awful.
That's like someone saying, I wanted you to teach me how to swim. I've never been in water before. And you take them out to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, just dump them off the boat. It's just like, holy crap.
Yep. So Michael appreciate that. That was right around that time. So I was about 22, 23.
Yeah. So here's my suggestion. If you're not into craft beer or interested in maybe getting into it, find somebody who's drank craft beer and get suggestions, because it is there's a bell curve. It's like you got to gradually get into this, because if you go too deep into it, then it's going to ruin you, and you're going to say, no, that's horrible. Why would I ever drink this crap? I'm going to go back to what I've always drank.
Not like Brandon that, tied a bunch of bricks to his feet and jumped into the deep end.
Right, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What I did. Yeah, pretty much.
I know. So the exact point that I really transitioned into craft beer is
man.
I had to force myself to drink them because, I thought it was nasty. I was like, why would somebody drink this? Why would somebody pay money for this? Because so it was when my buddy turned 21. I was already 21, but we were only a few months apart. And his grandparents bought him an entire case of Dogfish Head's Indian Brown.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, I miss it so much.
So
they don't have it anymore. I miss it.
No, they don't. And so we're like, oh, sweet, free beer. Pop them open and just start pounding them like we used to pound Coors Light and Beast and Keystone. At bonfires. And I was like, oh, this is not Coors Light at all. Like, what is wrong with this beer? Yeah. But it was free beer, so we forced ourselves to drink it. Now, my typical beer that I would drink at that point in my life was Coors Light, Bud Light, or usually Keystone. I every once in a while I drink Beast, but only if it's at parties and everything. So typically those three.
I guess the key takeaway here is clear between me and Alex is if you want to get into craft beer, just force it down.
Yeah.
Just if you don't like it, just force it down like it's regular beer, and you know what? You'll end up liking it.
Well, the crazy thing. So, all right. So the crazy thing is if I ever wanted to splurge and spend a little bit extra money on beer, I would go for Yingling. And that was that was my big that was my big step. All right, I got Yingling. Yeah. Well, I didn't even bother with the Sam Adams and but that was my strong beer. My dark beer was Yingling. And then I drank all of those Indian Browns, and I went to go drink a Yingling right after one, and it tasted like straight apple juice. I'll never forget it. I was like, what? Wait a minute. See? Why does this taste so different? And then I tried to go back and drink a Coors Light. I'm like, oh.
And their eyes were opened, and you can't.
No.
The lights.
I couldn't go back.
Good side. All right, cool. So what? So I picked taste. Earl picked taste. What'd you end up picking, Alex? Taste?
I took
to keep. Yeah.
Smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So next one I generated is: would you rather be stuck in a brightly lit room for a month, or be stuck in a completely dark room for a month?
Completely dark.
Dark. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, really? Wow. See,
yeah.
I went for the light because
Well, there's actual therapies for sensory deprivation.
Well, there's also tortures too.
Yeah.
But,
For a month. Doesn't
for a month?
For a whole month.
Now, how bright is bright? To the point where you can't even open your eyes bright, or?
Well, no, I wouldn't assume it was that bright. But I don't know. Then again, because
But then pitch black dark, if you can't even see your hand here.
Yeah.
It would you'd probably start hallucinating after a while, just because your brain starts making up what might be there.
Images,
I was gonna say it wasn't there a study done or someone got I can't remember if someone got trapped in a cave or someone did this for a certain amount of time, but they were in pitch black and it actually caused, I don't know, either some sort of mental damage or something. After a certain amount of time in complete pitch black darkness, it messes with you it's in a negative way, right?
Yeah, it does. But I mean, think about the people that are in tragic accidents, whatever, and go blind or whatever the case may be, and that happens. And it's I feel like they are able to pull through it, but being to the point where the light is just so bright all the time, I feel like I would have constant headaches, and I don't know. I feel like I could mentally push through not being able to see something, as opposed to being so blinded that I can't even focus on my mind at all. I don't know.
Do I get to wear my hat in the brightly lit room? That way I get some sort of relief. I don't know.
I still stick with darkness. I feel like either way it would suck. I'm not going to lie to you. Your brain's still going to fill in the blanks of what you think should be there, because it can't focus. It can't use its eyes to do what its eyes normally do. But I still feel like I'll be able to, psychologically push through in the dark.
That's the thing about these two is they're both going to suck. It's just which one is going to suck less for longer.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like the elections. Everyone's they're all going to screw. Who's going to screw you the least? So.
Yep. Yeah.
In the end, us
34 million people, and this is the best we can provide. It's gonna suck.
And no matter what, it's us common folk who get screwed the most. Bend over and spread the cheeks.
Yeah.
All right, just don't outlaw beer. We're good.
Exactly. As long as if that ever happened, that'd be the biggest uprising. Oh, guns is one thing, but you outlaw beer. Oh,
Well, they already tried though. It's already tried and it failed, and it can win
Yeah.
back. So
that's true. But all right, so we got two darks and a light. All right, we'll do one more here. Would you rather never need to sleep more than 2 hours a night, or be able to eat whatever you want and be in perfect health? So
Eat whatever I want and be in perfect health.
And that's why I lean. That's what I was leaning towards right away. Because I mean, obviously, we like people typically love to eat, and the fact that you can eat whatever you want and still be perfectly fit and in health, that's awesome. There are some pros that never having. So basically, you get 2 hours of sleep, but that's all you need. So you get more time in your day. You can do.
So you can be more productive. Yeah,
more productive. Sure. So there's definitely some pros to that, but I'm definitely going for the eat whatever I want, be in perfect health. That'd be awesome. Imagine all the bad foods for you can eat and still be fine.
Well, right? I mean, I'm kind of in the middle of like I started going to the gym and everything like that. I'm not really dieting or anything. I mean, I'm trying to make healthier choices when it comes to like food and snacks. But when my wife and I were talking about what we're willing to sacrifice and give up, to be a little healthier this year, said I will never give up beer. I'll work twice as hard in the gym if I have to, but I will not give up beer.
You need advice, because these people that torture themselves with these, crazy diets and constantly just brutally beating your body, just trying to be as healthy as possible. That's great and all, but I mean, how much of just general life are you missing out on? I don't know. It's just like,
well, it's maybe to some of those people, they don't feel like they're missing out on much because beer isn't
as
as important to them as it is to us.
Yeah.
I definitely work out to drink more beer.
See?
Like the more calories I burn is the more beer I can drink.
And see, and Brandon, you went to how many countries in that year? And
24.
walked all those miles.
Yeah.
And you were posting all kinds of pictures of this food and beer that you were eating and drinking. I thought you were going to come back weighing 400 pounds.
Yeah.
And you came back.
I lost weight. I lost weight.
You came back like Bruce Lee fit.
Yeah. It's insane.
Whoa.
And we literally ate and drank every day.
Because you're constantly on the move too, though.
Yeah.
I know. You're constantly on the move. Like if you're at home and you're always drinking, you're always sitting on the couch and just laid back and everything. But if you're sightseeing across Europe, you're like, no, I'm not gonna sit in a hotel room for 12. It's like you're gonna sit there and relax every now and then. But it's like, no, I'm here. I'm gonna get out and see something. So when you're constantly on the move, that helps.
And when after I came back and actually lost weight from that. The only diet you need, if I had to recommend one diet, is go travel Europe for 9 months and drink and eat whatever you want, and you'll lose weight.
Yeah,
that's the only diet you need. You have a great time.
Man, I mean, he some of the plates that he was posting. It was like German sausages and chicken and steak and even I don't even know
everything. Yeah,
it was everything. There was not
pierogies the wazoo, and then every picture had beer.
Look, and like a giant mug of beer.
Oh yeah.
Have I talked about this German restaurant I found in the heart of Texas on the podcast before?
I don't think so. No, I don't recall that.
So we went to Texas. Sorry, it is relatively related, but since we're talking about it, we went to Texas this past summer for 2 weeks. Me, my wife, and my 8-year-old. Just a vacation, something different to do. We'd never been to Texas, and so we had a place we were able to stay at for 2 weeks. And we went to Austin and San Antonio, did the Alamo, as much the Alamo as we could do. A lot of it was still fenced off because it was during the time the protests had just quit and all that stuff. But anyway, we'd never been to Texas. And so one day, I think it was pouring down rain. We were planning on going to San Antonio that day to just do more sightseeing, and it was pouring down rain. We're like, well, let's find something else to do. Within an hour's drive away. And we found a World War II museum. Is the Pacific Fleet World War II museum in the heart of Texas. Like, okay, don't know why that's there, but sure, why not? It's like 45 minutes away, so we'll go somewhere different. It was Fredericksburg, Texas. That's the name of the town. So it turns out that Admiral Nimitz, the admiral of the entire Pacific Fleet in World War II, that's his hometown. That's why they have the biggest Pacific World War II museum there. It was also a town founded by German settlers. So they had 2 authentic German restaurants there in the heart of Texas. And so I was like, that's where we're eating lunch today. It's like I'm vetoing. I don't care. That's where we're eating lunch. And we go in there. And sure enough, they had imported German beers. They had their own made bratwurst with lamb and veal. And I mean, it was about as German as it is. My understanding German gets, because I've had some German food and German food trying to be German and food that's very much German. And my understanding, this is pretty authentic. And even my 8-year-old, he swore he would try something different. I gave him some of my bratwurst. I said, it's kind of like a sausage, but it's like a German sausage. And he ate it. He's like, that's pretty good. You know, and this is like they make their bratwurst on site. So that was the weirdest find, though, in the dead heart of Texas. I mean, it was dead center of Texas, a German restaurant. Yeah. But sometimes you got to get out. You got to venture out to find these places.
How the hell German settlers go away to Texas?
They just, I don't know. They kept getting run out of every town until finally they found a desert. They just pop a tent in or something. I don't know. So. I didn't read up on the whole story. It was very interesting, though.
That's a good find.
Yeah, it was.
Alrighty, cool. We'll do a couple of random questions here. So I generated the first question, and it's very appropriate for our podcast because it involves alcohol. It's just coincidence. But so this question is, what sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
A mandatory amount?
Yeah.
Mandatory. Like you have to have this you have to be this
your
drunk
ABV,
in order
basically,
to start.
Your
Okay.
Your blood alcohol content has to reach at least 0.10 to be able to participate in this sport or something.
Yeah. So what would be the funniest to add that to? My first thought.
How loose are we considering the term sport?
well, that's good. That's
fair. That's a very good point.
It's good. It's good that you brought that up because my first thought in my head was wrestling, like WWE or WWE. Well, WWE, like yeah. So some people consider it a sport, some people don't. It's obviously like entertainment too. But I would love to see wrestlers just. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin was always out there drinking beers. Just get messed up. And just imagine like seeing them trying to wrestle.
That's how I used to get drinking Coors Light.
Let's do anything you can find. Let's do anything you can find in the Olympics. There is actually legit wrestling in the Olympics.
Everyone's mine out.
The Greeks did it and everything.
Yeah.
No, the Greeks did. There were wrestling. There wasn't, the Undertaker type wrestling, but Ric Flair.
Yeah.
But
that's the entertainment part. Yeah,
that wasn't a sport anyway. You even said it yourself. That's not sport.
I said 50.
You had to be athletic to do it. Those guys are very athletic, and you
might have just offended some people watching this.
Oh no,
I don't
hardcore wrestling fans.
I don't care. Facts don't care about your feelings.
Well, I was going to say NASCAR. That's not in the Olympics, and you probably should be too drunk to driving.
Damn, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. Hey, there's wrecks anyway. Hey, look, some people watch NASCAR just for the wrecks.
Yeah, they do.
Imagine if everyone's got, everyone's drunk driving.
When NASCAR becomes Demolition Derby.
Everyone's drunk in the stands anyway.
Demolition Derby. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
That's probably a little safer too. Because you're already just ramming to each other. You're not going super fast. You're less likely to die if you're drinking and doing NASCAR.
That might help your case if you are really drunk. Because they tell you like if you're falling, like if you just fall just kind of like a rag doll, and you don't try to catch yourself, then you're less likely to actually get injured. So
and when you get a car, like drunk drivers always end up finding accidents because
get that liquid courage going, and
they're all loose. They're not like bracing themselves and whatever. I guess I said that right. But what's your answer, Earl?
Most alcohol, well, depending on the person, they tend to get pretty loose when they have a lot of alcohol.
That's what I'm saying. They usually walk away from the accident because they're not. That's what they say, right? Because they're not bracing themselves.
Yeah. Because they're just going with the flow type thing. Yeah, they're not tensing up.
If you're not drunk enough, you can enter, but you have to be in a Prius.
Okay,
a purple Prius.
I can't do that joke.
I almost did it.
I can't do that.
I knew it.
I stopped it.
I know exactly where that was going to.
That's funny.
We're not getting shut down or demonetized for that. I'm safe.
Well, he did it.
Joe Biden is the president.
Yeah.
No. Sorry. Go ahead, Earl.
I got nothing. I just
no sports. That'd be funny if everyone had to be drunk.
Okay, so a sport where everyone had to be drunk, but hopefully they wouldn't die. It would be right. Okay. We're going with it would be funny. So NASCAR I don't know how funny that'd be because it could be pretty dangerous too. Like I wouldn't say roll water polo either because you probably have a lot of people drowning a whole lot too. Because
Yeah.
So, oh gosh, I mean,
How about curling?
almost any of the
Curling.
Actually, that
On
would
the
be
ice?
funny.
Yeah,
Can
it's
you
on
imagine
ice.
passing out as you're going like this and just
Yeah.
sliding with
Or,
curling. I like that. That's a
Yeah,
good one.
figure skating. 'Cause that'd
Hey,
be funny
just-
seeing them like
Oh
trying.
God,
Yeah.
you've seen that? What's that with
Hockey actually, hockey be funny if they're all drunk.
what's
They're
that with
falling
fight
and sliding on
anyway.
the ice?
Imagine they're
Will? Was that Will Ferrell and
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller? Yeah,
Yeah.
in the figure skating movie
Yeah.
oh
where they tried to do the special.
yeah.
The
I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called, but
I
yeah,
don't know. I can't. I don't enjoy some of those movies that much. I don't know.
Will Ferrell's like really hit or miss for me.
He's a special type of humor.
He is.
What's like that? What was the one with Ben Stiller and the one where they were like supermodels? Ben Stiller and the guy with the weird nose.
They're
Gosh, I
supermodels.
can't- the guy with the looks like he was in he was in Meet the Parents. He was the kind of the rich guy. Not the rich guy, but the old boyfriend or whatever.
Oh,
What's his name?
wow,
You know what I'm thinking
Wow.
about. But so Ben Stiller and
wow.
did a movie together, and
Wow.
they were like supermodels,
Wow.
and I don't know. I didn't enjoy it too much. I just didn't think it was that funny, but I got a different type of humor. So,
Yeah, I forget his name. I just like to mock him
You
when
know
he
what I'm
goes,
talking about.
"Wow,
Wow. Yeah, you're
Wow.
right. That's him.
wow."
All right.
Yep.
All right, next question.
Yeah. Might as well move on.
Matthew McConaughey.
What? No, it's not.
I mean, he's got a big nose, but
Yeah.
all right.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Actually, I heard he wrote a book. You know, he actually went into the desert and read all his old journals he's been writing since he was a teenager and wrote a book. Yeah. So I heard it was good. I don't know.
Earl with the random facts. I love it.
Yeah.
How do you know this much? I drink too much. It just I don't remember anything, retain any knowledge. Right. Anyway, next question. What were you really into when you were a kid? It's a very general question, but that's what popped up. What were you really into when you were a kid? What was the first?
All right. So let's hone in on like a specific age group. That way, that might narrow it down.
Like middle schoolish.
Yeah, like middle school. So like 10, like
That's fine because high school is
9
when
to 13.
Middle school with the hormones. I think we all know what we were into in middle school.
Yeah, I found. That's when I found my dad's Playboy magazine. So
Yeah.
we gotta go there. No. But no, dude, it's so weird. The first thing that popped in my head, I have no idea why, because there's a lot of things I was into then, but like Pogs pogged up in my head. Like I was really into Pogs, playing Pogs, collecting Pogs.
Yeah, that
was
was
around
before,
that
that
time.
was before middle school though. For us, that was like
Well, that first popped in my head when I first read the question before we honed in on the age range.
right.
But if we're talking middle school, so for me, it would have to be probably skateboarding. I used to skate.
Gosh, dude, that was a phase. I got into that too. Gosh,
Oh, you're a skater too?
it's not
Well,
it was a
tempted?
phase. It was just like like for like 2 years type thing. It's so weird that like everyone did pogs, so you did pogs
Yeah.
and skating and airwalk sneakers.
Oh,
You know, and so like that was a thing for a while. So you try to do that and have that weird haircut that everybody had. It was just I don't know. Being a kid and being in middle school / elementary school and high school, and
Yeah.
you're just trying to fit in with whoever too.
it is
So-
crazy how whatever trend was going on, you like had to go with it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I remember, Alex, you might remember this. It might be not during when Earl was in there, but it was in middle school actually. It was like 7th and 8th grade. Remember the trend that was popular where you had a t-shirt and you could roll up your sleeves to like show
Oh,
your muscles.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then once I saw everybody doing it, I started doing that. And around that same time, everyone was getting like the Ken Griffey Jr. shocks. So I had to get the Ken Griffey Jr. shocks, like that kind of stuff. It's so weird how you follow the trend of whatever's going on. Oh,
Yeah, I remember. I
dyeing
remember,
your hair, bleaching your hair.
Frosting your tips.
I never did that.
Yes, you did.
Oh, we had a picture of
I was just saying.
Alex during his probably middle school
Yeah.
years with his gothic phase.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was probably right before the whole skateboarding and skates. More skates than skateboarding.
Skates were a big thing for a while, rollerblades and stuff.
Yeah,
But hockey. We did roller hockey for a while. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
speaking of
remember
skates, you guys remember that movie Brink?
No.
It was a Disney Channel movie. It was roller skating, and they would do roller skating competitions, almost like skateboarding, like half pipes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
it's called Brink. Oh, that just popped.
That was about those Tony Hawk days, right?
Yeah.
There you go. See, that's why skateboarding was so popular, because Tony Hawk was so popular then.
Yeah, it
All
really
video
pushed it out
games. Actually, skateboarding in general was very popular in the 90s around that time. So that's why I think that's why everyone kind of.
Man, I struggled with skates. I really did. I had a pair of skates that were designed for half pipes that were given to me, by someone that I guess they got a new set for themselves or just, got tired of getting injured. And, they fit my feet and everything. And, there was a new skate park in town. You remember that, Brandon? When they put the new skate park in Smyrna?
Yeah, I was there all the time.
Yeah. So I was on this half pipe probably like well into 9-10 o'clock at night trying to do this one trick and kept falling and falling and falling and falling. And when I got home, I had a bruise that was basically the entire length of one side of my whole body. And it was awful. And all I was trying to do, I forget what it's called. I think it was called like an indie stall, where I would go up the other side of the half pipe. And there was these skates, like I said, they were designed for half pipes. So there was 2 wheels in the front, 2 wheels in the back, and then like a grind plate in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that, and then, and there was like a little ledge on the side of the skate so that you can grind in the middle of the 2 wheels, or you can grind on the ledge. It was designed for skate parks.
That's cool.
So I would try to go up on that grind plate on the corner, like on the very edge of the half pipe. And then the trick was to jump off of that, do like a 180 and go back down.
Yeah.
And of course, my leg kept sliding out from underneath me. So my
trick was not to die.
Dude, I almost died so many times skateboarding. So I almost broke
my wrist in what was it, fifth grade? I broke my wrist.
Skateboarding?
No, rollerblading.
Oh yeah, Dude, so many times I've tried to grind pipes on my skateboard, and the skateboard fly out from under me, and I hit my tailbone like around the rail. There was one time, so same like topic. Something else I was really into as a kid was like BMX bikes. That was really popular then. Had a mom.
Was it X Games or whatever? Or
I guess all that. Yeah, got everybody into that. Those kind of extreme sports or whatever. But this might be a little too Hey, So a goal of mine is to have an awkward silence. Another goal is mine to give Earl a visual. So there's one time in my neighborhood, they were building houses down at the end. They had a lot of dirt piles while they were building it. So we would go over there and BMX off the dirt piles and stuff like that. Well, one time I went off one of the dirt piles, came down, and when I landed, my feet slipped off the pedals. And I mean, the bar there, exactly what hit the bar.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God. Dude, straight down. I was bleeding from my ball sack.
Oh my God!
It was.
What?
Oh yeah, my balls was bleeding. I went home crying. I blowed up. My dad was like checking out my balls, and like I'm thinking, like I'm freaking out, thinking I'm dying, like I'm dead. Like this is terrible. And it was one of the worst traumatic experiences in my life. It was so painful. Yeah. So there's your visual, Earl.
Wow. I want to start a GoFundMe account for you now for some reason. I don't know. It's just bad.
You lost your balls before you got married,
right?
Yeah, I know, right? I almost did.
We used to. I had a buddy of mine. Remember those old camcorders that would record on those miniature tapes?
Yep.
So a buddy of mine would sneak into his parents' bedroom and borrow their video camera. Well, I don't know. But we would record over whatever was recorded on that tape. And we strapped it to the back of my mountain bike that I had, because on the back of the mountain bike it was like this rack that was meant for like packs. We got it when we were in the Boy Scouts. We did a bunch of biking and everything. So we just strapped it down with some bungee cords. and we faced the video camera away from the bike. So one of us would be riding the bike around town, and then a bunch of us would be behind the bike with the video camera recording.
So you invented the GoPro, is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, it was a GoPro. And check this out. We had a Walkman, and we had
Walkman.
The Walkman headphones were around the microphone part of the video camera, playing music while we made our own skate videos.
That's cool.
There you go.
Those were the days, though.
Yes.
Let's be real. I know.
I have no idea what happened to those tapes. I mean,
I almost wish
I don't know.
Yeah,
I wish I could find them. That'd be
me
so
too.
cool.
Like a lot of things, like we did as kids, like filming stuff. Like I wish we could like catch those tapes and would be able to go back and see that kind of stuff. Be really cool. But all right, cool. We reminisced there a little bit, and let's just go right to our next segment where we're going to also reminisce about our favorite 90s cartoons.
Hey,
and our draft. Let's do it. All right, so I already explained it, so I don't think I need to explain it anymore. I think I figured out the order this time. I'm going first. It's my turn to go first. I think Earl's going to be second. Alex will be third. So, Alex, you'll have 2 picks when you're third.
90s cartoon. So
90s cartoon. So this can be. So let's rule out movies, not movies. Like,
right.
Like network shows.
Series, like the ones that you remember watching, like Saturday morning when there was a Saturday morning cartoon.
I know
thing.
those were the days.
Yeah. It's like not a thing anymore. It's just like kids going on YouTube and that's it.
I know it's terrible, but so Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, like all that kind of stuff, like all those network cartoon shows. So I'll go first, and I know it's an obvious answer. Me and Earl talked about it. Earl's not taking it. I don't know if I was going to take it, but I'm going to take it. Pokemon is my number one answer.
Okay, go. Whew. No, you can have that. You can have that.
I love Pokemon.
I was definitely. I definitely think I'm going to take one. Wait, who's going next?
Me.
Earl.
Oh, girl.
Oh, so you're brothers. So there's a possibility he could steal your answer.
No.
Your answers.
I don't think so because I feel like I don't know. Okay, so are you good? Is it my turn now?
You're good.
All right, so I'm going with Ren and Stimpy.
Oh,
was that really the one? I feel like I thought I had more memories of that than you did. So
what?
I don't know why.
The memories that you have of it are the memories that I have of it.
Yeah,
I was sitting right next to you.
I remember you being there for some reason.
Because you were watching Ren and Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. Look, see what's funny about that? It was on Nickelodeon. It was for kids, but it was graphic. I mean,
it was.
I don't know. Go back for YouTube Ren and Stimpy videos. It was pretty graphic for being a kids' cartoon video.
That's one of the shows that wouldn't be good. Like nowadays.
No.
I mean, it's not even. It's not like it's vulgar or anything, but it's like when Ren was mad, like you could see like the vein in his head bulging, and it was it was really weird almost. But that was funny, and even our dad loved it. He thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely going with Ren and Stimpy as my number one.
Asshole.
Oh boy. I love this because I feel like I have an advantage because you two are brothers. And you might steal each other's stuff.
That's true.
All right, so we got Pokemon and Ren and Stimpy. Alex, you're up. You get 2 picks.
All right, so first pick is going to be Beavis and Butthead.
Okay, that's definitely classic '90s cartoon.
Yep,
100%.
That kind of falls along the lines of, I think, of Ren and Stimpy, like a similar kind of.
Yeah, well, see,
but it was MTV.
Beavis and Butthead,
so it was like,
Beavis
was
and
like
Butthead was on
MTV to be a little out there.
Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. You know, Ren and Stimpy was on a children's cartoon network.
Which, like I said, was never vulgar. It was just like, I don't know. It had a lot more visuals than you would expect. It wasn't Bob the Builder, that's for sure.
No. If you go back and watch it, though, there were so many innuendos that went right over our heads. Even
100%.
I mean, you're a little bit older than me, so you would have picked
it
up more than I did, but it probably went over your head at the time, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good pick. I like that pick.
Yeah, Beavis Better. That's a great one. I didn't even think about that. Good job.
There's so many different references to Beavis and Butthead these days too,
right.
You know, and definitely worth the first pick. Second pick would be Captain Planet.
That's a classic '90s.
Yeah, Captain Planet, he's the hero. Gonna take it down to zero.
Damn it, that was my second pick.
Oh, really? No.
You finally stole one of mine.
Yes.
Both of those, they weren't even on my radar, but those are brilliant picks. I'll give you that.
So what was it? Earth, Fire, Heart.
Yeah. That poor
Yeah.
kid. He's like earth, fire, water, heart.
Yeah,
really?
heart.
Fire, water.
Really?
That's an element.
It's like
Heart.
What was the other element? Earth.
no, that's
fire,
all. It's just
heart.
the 4: earth, fire, water, and heart.
Those only
It's
4 of them?
like
With our powers combined.
yeah, and they kept it fine. But it's like they were really stretching to come up with the power of heart when they came up with that. It's like we got earth, fire, and water, and we're trying to get as many different.
Have you guys seen
ethnicities in this whole thing?
Have you guys seen the picture of the? And I'm sorry if you're going to say this, that's fine. You can have it. Because this is technically another '90s cartoon, but I won't claim it. So, have you guys seen the picture of the kids from the Magic School Bus next to the kids from Captain Planet?
The same.
It's like the kids from a Magic School Bus grown up.
That's true. Yeah,
They are exact same people, just grown up.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I'm not going to pick that now because
no, I'm not picking that anyway.
It is on my list, but it was further down. It is on my list.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right on that. And you know what? Captain Planet would be acceptable nowadays. I mean, come on, the guy.
It would.
The guy with heart. He was ethnic.
It would be a lot more acceptable than Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, those two shows.
Or Beavis and Butthead.
Captain Planet would work nowadays with everyone being so soft. Sorry if I offended anybody, but whatever. Anyway, good pick.
That was good.
Pick.
Yeah.
I'm angry, but good pick. I hate you, but good pick. Next is me. So let me.
No, I'm up, right?
Oh, you're up. I'm sorry, you're up. You're up.
Wraps back around to me. So I'm gonna go with Ninja Turtles, the original Ninja Turtles.
All right.
And this is a sore thing for me. I enjoyed watching the original Ninja Turtles on cartoons. The Ninja Turtles now, the cartoon, like my 8-year-old will watch it, and their names are Raph, Donnie, Leo, and Mikey. That is their names. That's all they know their names to be. And I had to correct my kids. So now he's not allowed to call them by their nicknames. He will call them by their full names. And I don't know why they did that. It's like, are you trying to like, are younger kids dumb these days? They can't pronounce the big,
Raphael,
names of these,
Donatello.
the classic artists of the,
If we could do it as kids, they can do it as kids. And now you're just ruining the turtles.
Exactly.
Not to make this political, but like you're trying to change history political wise. Now you're trying to change the turtles. Like, don't do that.
All we had was a TI-82 to write boobs, and now they got
right. The other issue with the current Ninja Turtles I have, the names is the biggest one. The other issue is Raphael has sticks. He doesn't have size anymore. He's got the sticks, with the handle, and I can't remember what they're called. That is his weapon. That's
nightstick.
No, Raphael. No, he had the little daggers.
The size, the 3 things. They don't have that. The newer cartoons, no, he doesn't. Newer cartoons, he does not. He's got sticks.
Dude, might as well give them all pillows.
Right.
Just have each other pillows and just.
What probably happened, right? There's probably people that said, "Oh, that looks like the devil's fork."
No, right?
It's the devil's fork.
Don't try to make sense of the senseless. There's no telling what the reason was for it, but yeah, it annoys me when you have something that started a certain way. Why change it? I mean, what's the reason for that? But I don't know. I just think they own the rights to it. They can do it, I guess.
Why ruin it?
Right.
But
anyway, we got to move on. We're really stretching this out.
So I get 2 back to back.
Yes.
So I'm not gonna. All right, I'm gonna pick one personal pick that I personally love. I'm gonna pick one that I also do love, but it's. Wait, is this 90s? You know what? I'm gonna say this one because I actually don't think it was 90s. I think it started early 2000s. I don't think it counts. Family Guy doesn't count, right?
Family Guy, no, that's definitely 2000s.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
So that's I'll take that one out. So I'm gonna pick the first one. It's along the lines of Pokemon. I watch it all the time. I played the card game. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. That got me into the card game.
Was that early 2000s too?
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
I think that was 90s. That was late 90s.
It's probably like super late 90s.
Yeah, it's around when the anime really started kicking off.
Okay, like 98, 99.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Actually, is it not? Is it shit? It might be 2000s.
I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of remember it coming out a little bit later, but it might be 1999.
1998.
Wow.
So I'm counting it.
There you go.
I'm allowing it. Started in the 90s.
Saved by Google.
Saved by Google. Well, Google's still good for some things nowadays.
Yep.
But,
Everything
all right,
else
so
is
pick that.
DuckDuckGo.
Yep. So I'm gonna go with probably my favorite Nickelodeon cartoon because it's really tough because I love a lot of Nickelodeon cartoons.
And Nickelodeon's not what it used to be, that's for sure.
It's not. Nickelodeon was definitely great back in the day.
Yep.
Back in the day. But anyway,
Back in my day.
I'm going. So it's so close. It's so close. I'm going with Rocket Power.
That was going to be one of
Rocket Power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
That was all the skater kids. Well,
That's why I don't remember it, probably.
yeah,
I didn't really-
It was Nickelodeon.
it was
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. It was skateboarding, surfing, roller skating, like everything we w're talking about earlier.
That's where the
that
term
was the
shoebies
cartoon.
came from.
Shoobies, yeah. If you wear shoes on the beach, like you're a shoebie, or if you're lame in general. But yeah. The Rocket Power is my other one.
That's interesting. I don't remember that one.
I'm surprised. Now you're up, bro.
So I'm going to go with X-Men. That was the other one I really enjoyed in the 90s.
X-Men was good.
The X-Men cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were definitely 90s. So I enjoyed those. And, for the obvious reasons, and they all they had they all wore tights and all the original and different characters and everything. So yeah, not much more to say about that, to be honest.
No, the cartoon was badass for sure.
Yeah.
It was.
Like even more so than the actual like real people movies nowadays.
Right.
Probably a better term for that, but real people movies. Who I'm going with. But yeah.
I kind of feel like that's where Hugh Jackman got his inspiration for how he was going to play Wolverine in the actual
Yeah, because he's a
movies.
good Wolverine.
He is, but have you watched some of the interviews of them actually doing the casting for the character of Wolverine and Hugh Jackman? So they I think it was like some of the bonus features in some of the X-Men movies. I forget which one, but they're like they asked Hugh Jackman to do an impression of a Wolverine, and I don't think he knew what a Wolverine was, and he just started like doing his whole classic Wolverine. Ah!
We also gave them what they wanted too. That's what they were looking for. They weren't looking for the animal.
They were, yeah. I don't.
trying to
What
cast the
what
character.
sound does a Wolverine make anyway? You know,
What does the Wolverine say? It doesn't go.
Wow.
it doesn't
No.
go. No, 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 no.
I mean, it
That's so
doesn't.
bad.
Okay. Bad singing. I'm adding that to my list.
No. I'm just saying that whole YouTube.
It obviously doesn't ring a.
about that thing that was so stupid. I didn't get it.
Oh, what? Dude, I had a shirt. What does the fox say? My sister got me that shirt because that was like popular for a short while, like
for a
Gangnam
month
Style
or
was
so.
popular for a while, whatever. But I don't know. I have no clue what a Wolverine sound makes.
Hey, YouTube culture becomes pop culture.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Alex, you're up. You get 2 picks.
All right.
So you just did yours. Is it back to me now? No, I did X-Men. I did X-Men. Yep,
X-Men,
you're
yeah.
right. You're right. You're right. Okay.
Oh man, I had one. Okay. Simpsons.
That's 70s.
Oh.
I mean, that's 80s. That's 80s.
Oh yeah, that is before 90s. Man,
All
I
right.
went.
It started really early.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
I guess that's something that we didn't clarify in the beginning. So did it have to be at least established in the 90s?
Okay. Well, okay. Let's see.
Because it was
It
popular
existed in the
90s. It's
90s.
very
Your
popular
best,
in
your
the
best,
90s.
your best memories of a cartoon in the 90s. Okay, so I'll give you that. 'Cause, yeah,
I don't care either way. I go either way. Like it, but did it have to be?
Yeah.
at least
no, I'm
established?
good with that because it's like if you think back to the 90s, what are the cartoons you always watched?
Yeah.
You're
Whether
just
it's
mad
Simpsons
you
or
didn't
Wow or nothing,
pick
that's
it.
fine.
No, Simpsons.
No,
was
no, that's good. No, I'm down with that.
I'm okay with accepting it.
Okay. All right. So Simpsons, and then
Yep.
you said I get one more.
Yep. It's your last pick. Make it count.
Ooh.
It's all of our last picks right now.
Oh, I can't remember if this came out in the 90s or not.
Well, you can say it, and then we'll see if we
Let's
accept.
see what the jury rules.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
I would say
Eddie.
yeah.
Did it?
I watched that in the 90s for sure. I watched it a lot in the 90s. I was born in 87, so I definitely watched it while I was 3 years old or 1, 2, or 3
Yeah.
years old.
Okay. Yeah. Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Dude, that,
So I'm thinking.
you don't think so, Earl?
I don't remember. No, I'm
That was definitely a
fine with it.
popular
I
Cartoon
don't
Network
remember that
show.
cartoon.
It was on Cartoon Network.
I didn't watch much Cartoon Network.
Ed and Eddie.
It was
State. I'm gonna find this out.
yeah. I didn't watch much Cartoon Network. I don't know. I just didn't. But
That was a good show. Oh, wow. 1999.
Yes.
You're right on the cusp. January 4th,
Right there.
1999. So you're
I
right.
was too mature for cartoons then. That's why I don't remember. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
Earl was already like 25 by then. So.
Yeah.
No, that's good. We'll count that.
I was busy trying to figure out what the squiggly lines on the one channel was, what the picture was.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Oh, I see a boob. I see a boob.
Dude. Yeah. Dude. The little flurry. Oh.
Yeah,
that was so
it's all squiggly. You had to pay for that channel to get unsquigglied and to be able to see it. But usually you could hear it.
Oh yeah.
That made no sense,
You
but
could hear it.
times were different.
Teenagers these days don't know what the struggle was. Like
That's that,
that
that's
was
analog TV.
That was our porn then. Watching
That's
it
analog.
through, like the little, whatever you call it.
I remember picking up was it Wheel of Fortune on radios. Like the Wheel of Fortune show, you could listen to it on a radio because it was all analog.
That's got to be really hard because you can't even see the puzzle to really go along with it.
No, I was just like, what is this? So I listened to it. I'm like, wait, that's Wheel of Fortune.
That's Pat. He's
Wheel of Fortune
too.
Well, because you could listen to what the TV was tuned into from a walkie-talkie because it was on the same frequency.
Yeah. All right, Earl, what's your last pick?
My last pick is going to be Ducktales.
DuckTales.
Okay.
That's right.
That
That was Ducktales, and
DuckTales.
I mean, there's a whole bunch of them right around that time.
That's
Ducktales,
good.
Darkwing Duck, and all those.
Darkwing
but-
Duck. Oh, Darkwing Duck
Yeah.
was awesome. I love Darkwing
Yeah,
Duck.
so Ducktales, that series was always fun. I enjoyed that.
I wish I could switch one of mine.
So
I just thought of a really good
after
one.
I pick my last pick, we'll end it off by just saying some other ones we had on our list.
Okay.
Talk them real quick, and then we can end it. So my last pick. Oh, this is so tough. I'm between two. I'm gonna go with. I'm pretty sure this was a Disney Channel one. Recess.
Okay, yeah, I remember
Either.
Recess.
I loved Recess.
Was that Disney
I
Channel?
don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Disney Channel, or at least I think it started off in Disney Channel and then switched over.
Okay.
Just like Doug, like Doug. Remember Doug was on.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon,
I remember Doug.
and it
Yeah, I remember Doug.
And then it switched to Disney Channel. So that was
Yeah.
Doug was also on my list.
Skeeter.
Yeah. And then what was Doug's Quail Man?
Yeah.
Superhero. Recess came out in 1997, and so it was Disney Channel, and then Toon Disney, and then American Broadcasting Company, ABC. Duh.
American Broadcasting Company. What is that?
What was that one?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I went to ABC later. So yeah, that's my last pick. All right. So what other ones you guys have in your head or on your
Did
list?
you do two just now? Okay.
Well, that's it. So my four are Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Rocket Power, and Recess. Earl is Ren and Stimpy, Ninja Turtles, X-Men, and DuckTales. And Alex is Beavis and Butthead.
Naturally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Captain Planet, Simpsons,
Or just
and,
say,
and Ed and Eddie. Yeah.
Wow. If you grew up in the 90s, you understand. Don't look at us like we're crazy.
Understand?
Yeah.
If I had to pick one of these wins, I mean, I like my picks, but just based off Alex's two first picks, I want to pick him because like Beavis and Butthead and Captain Planet are two really good two first picks for me.
Those were great because those were quintessential 90s, 100%. I mean, because so much spawned off of those. So, yeah.
So I also had Hey Arnold for Nickelodeon, Rugrats.
Hey Arnold. I remember Hey Arnold. Rugrats. Yeah. Even though that was like a kid movie.
I
kid
know,
cartoon,
but
that was actually, yeah.
It's so good.
That's good.
Along the lines of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, I Digimon. Digimon, digital monster, Digimon are the champions. Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo.
No,
That's
that
Cartoon
was
Network.
a good one. And Magic School Bus. That was the other ones I had.
sorry. I was getting into character.
Oh, you probably didn't hear me. I just listed off the other ones I had.
Yeah.
But was there any other ones that you had in your list?
Animaniacs.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed Animaniacs because it was the Warner Brothers throwback.
Pinky and the Brain. That was like part of the Animaniacs.
That was part of the Animaniacs series, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was good.
And then some of the other honorable mentions outside of the U.S. would be Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
Oh no, Brandon's
How did I not have that on my list?
I don't know.
Anime
That's why I
in
was
the
like,
world.
I would so rather have Dragon Ball Z than Captain Planet. I'm just
How did we not pick that? That was like my ultimate favorite anime, cartoon, whatever. Like that was so mad.
It was definitely 90s too.
I
Definitely
know,
90s.
definitely. Just so good. Oh.
Well, actually, you know what? Dragon Ball was
Well, Dragon
90s.
Ball, yeah, so include it all. Like Dragon Ball is definitely 90s, but it was all good. Oh, damn it. Okay. Well, at least
I never liked anime. I just
well,
There was only like 3 of them that I really got into. Is just the Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist.
Alchemist. Yes.
Yeah. And
That's it for me.
I got into well, it was kind of it was in between Bleach and Inuyasha.
Okay. But
what?
The Last Airbender.
I don't know.
What's it called? The Airbender. Avatar.
Yeah.
I was into that a little bit.
Didn't you watch Cowboy Bebop too?
No.
No?
No. I've heard of it, but I never watched it.
Okay.
But all right, cool. That was a good segment. A little reminiscing there.
Yeah, a little reminiscing.
Back in the old days. And we're all under 40, but we're over 30. But so I guess we're kind of getting old.
Getting closer every day.
Yeah.
3 years off
true.
now.
33 going on 12.
Oh, we're always gonna be like 12 at heart. That's just that's just like guys for you. I feel like we always have like kid.
You're not 33 yet.
No.
Yeah.
Am I? I don't even know how old I am. To be honest. I asked my wife, I'm like, how old am I? Am I 32 or 33?
I know that because you're 4 years younger than me, and I just had a birthday. So
Right.
no, you're not there yet. You're not 4 years
Oh yeah.
younger.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm turning 30.
Okay.
Boys in 30 yet. That's a good segment. So if there's one thing I'm disappointed about this episode, and it sucks, it's not going to happen because we're ending now. I did not get my awkward silence. So disappointing because I was on a roll there. I was on a roll there of making a inappropriate or bad joke with an awkward silence. All right, next time, we're definitely doing it next time for sure.
I just got to work a little harder at it. That's all.
I know.
I was just meeting you with the inappropriate bad jokes.
I know.
Like when you were in what?
Yeah, you're trying to fish it out there. I didn't. You know, at least I got my visual out there of my bleeding balls.
Gosh.
But,
yeah.
Imagine my balls bleeding.
I had to. Oh, yeah.
Imagining like a bowl of spaghetti with like 2 meatballs.
Yeah, a lot of red sauce in there. On that note, great episode, guys. Had a good time. So next week, we'll figure out how to play this game remotely. I think that'll be fun. We'll do that as our main segment. I think it'll be a good time.
Bean boozled.
Being boozled. So
Yeah.
All right. Other than that, I think we're gonna go play some Call of Duty.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Do it.
We're gonna do it. All right. Cheers,
All
guys.
right.
Good episode.
Cheers.
Better with beers. Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on social media. You know what? Oh, real quick,
Thumbs up only.
We got thumbs ups. No, yeah, thumbs ups only. But we got our first thumbs down in our last episode for whatever reason. Our first kind of unofficial troll. So great. We've reached
the
another
awkward
milestone.
If you accidentally hit the thumbs down button,
Go
you
back
can
and thumbs up.
click it again and it will go away.
Reverse it.
Just so you know.
Better not be you, Brianna, or Mom, or any of my family members. Or I'm not coming to visit for a long time. Anyway.
All right, guys.
Cheers. See you
Good
on Call of
times.
Duty.